It's been a terrible, terrible 2 years for them, because not only are they there, they're probably being treated better than the average Gazan because they are the pawns and the chips that Hamas had. Now Hamas has given up all its leverage, by the way, by giving them all up. So that is a victory for the Israeli side.
Amanpour facing fierce backlash after those comments on the Israeli hostages right after Hamas had released them. And just hours later, Amanpour walking back what she originally said.
I regret also saying that they might have been treated better than many Gazans because Hamas used these hostages as pawns and bargaining chips. But that was insensitive and it was wrong. From speaking to many former hostages and their families, like everyone, I've been horrified at what Hamas has subjected them to over 2 long years.
Editor-in-Chief of Jewish Insider, Josh Kraushaar, joins us now. What did you make of her original statement and the walk back that she read from the prompter?
Yeah, Dana, look, Christiane Amanpour has a long history of anti-Israel commentary, and this is par for the course for her. I mean, the reality is that the hostages who were kidnapped on October 7th were tortured, abused, beaten, starved. The reason Israel is in Gaza is because they're fighting a war against a terrorist group, and that's the situation that the Gazans are facing. But to equate the two is just a morally repugnant statement to make. She apologized. Not the first time that Christiane Amanpour has made really egregious statements like this. She had to apologize a couple of years ago, where she called a really hideous terrorist attack against that killed three Jewish women in Israel. She called it a shootout. She's had to apologize before. She has a history of this, and this is nothing new from her.
Yep, I've heard it myself. All right, let's also talk about Kamala Harris, still on her book tour and getting some heckling when she is in front of an audience about this issue. Watch.
A lot of folks in your party have called what's happening in Gaza a genocide. Do you agree with that?
I think that, listen, it is a term of law that a court will decide, but I will tell you that when you look at the number of children that have been killed, the number of innocent civilians that have been killed, the refusal to give aid and support, we should all step back and ask this question and be honest about it. Yeah.
That wasn't the video I was thinking about. I'll explain in a moment. But Noah Rothman from National Review talked about this genocide lie, saying that the genocide lie was not merely a florid exaggeration meant to highlight the hardship inside war-ravaged Gaza that no one denied. It was designed to rob the Jewish people of their unique victimization in the Holocaust. The video I was thinking about as we played it last night on The Five was where she's in front of a large audience and gets heckled because she wasn't to the left enough when she was running for president. Josh, what does this mean either for her or the bigger picture for Democrats across the board?
Well, let's take the two together. Kamala Harris is one of a growing number of Democratic politicians that have basically used basically characterized Israel's self-defense in a war against Hamas as genocide. That was not what the position she took during the 2024 campaign. Obviously, there were hecklers and people disrupting her events, calling on her to do it. And apparently after the campaign, she just goes on cable news and says it because that's the way the winds among the left wing of the party are going. And look, the Mamdani factor in New York is shaping a lot of perceptions of where the Democratic Party is going and how candidates are looking about the left wing, leftward movement of the Democratic Party. It's especially egregious when it comes to hostility towards Israel and amid rising anti-Semitism. There's a lot of concern about Mamdani in New York among moderates and Jewish voters and a lot of establishment leaders, but it's also a worry across the country. You're seeing that movement in races across the country.
Just quickly, Josh, do you see any of those Democrats who don't like the Mamdani, Kamala Harris position on Israel changing and maybe deciding to vote for Republicans?
Well, a lot of Democrats are keeping quiet. I mean, Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, Kirsten Gillibrand, not saying anything, but they're not speaking out against that movement as well.
Right. Well, that won't last forever. They could try, but I don't think it will. Josh Kraushaar, thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.